Okay, so the final, you can have like, since the time is ready, we would like to start preparing the discussion session from now. And please, the speaker, Mr. Sensei, and also, can we sit down? Yeah. Okay, actually, the discussion will be made among us, but I'd like to introduce Dr. Aino Ruggiero. Are you online and can you speak by yourself? And can you turn on your camera? She's a postdoctoral researcher at the LUT universities in Finland. And the reason why I am inviting her is Professor Hanela, with whom I met in the Cambridge. They are developing the policy model and the security model, because I didn't address the security issue because it's too complex, but they are making a governmental level security model, what is compatible into the different fields. The security model and policy model works completely different background, right? What I discussed also the human impact and the natural disaster. However, if you wanting to discuss a policy level, that should be considered it's a completely different background. And I really hope that the introduction by the Dr. Aino Ruggiero will be the top, introducing the top and also the more realistic one. And she is a soft power research institute, and also the Lapland, Freeland, and also the she has been cooperating with the Hanela and also the national security and logistics and also the supply chain research. And are you online? Can you see?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Oh, great. If you can show her video. Oh, thank you very much. Hello, Aino. We are here.
Hello.
Yes. Okay, can you see
Yes,
us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. So you can start anytime. I think it's a time for you, right? Okay. Yeah.
Perfect. So good morning from Finland and good evening to everyone in Kieto and online. Thank you so much for inviting us from LUT University and the DPS Lab to this event. It is truly an honor and a pleasure to be with you today. So my name is Aino Ruggiero. I'm postdoctoral researcher at LUT University, Finland, and associate researcher at Humlock Institute, Hanken School of Economics, Finland. And I'm here today to present Finland's comprehensive security model, a human-centered and a collaborative approach to societal preparedness and resilience. So just a couple of words about LUT University. It's LUT University of Technology is located in Lappeenranta, Finland. As you can see on the map, about 30 kilometers from Finland's eastern border with Russia. LUT University is a public science university bringing together the fields of technology, business, and social sciences, and it's among the world's top universities. In the 2025 Impact Ranking, LUT was in the global top 30 in terms of climate action and 11th in the small university ranking for higher education last year. And LUT Business School is also in the world's top for research quality. At LUT, our DPS lab, Disinformation, so Propaganda and Soft Power Lab, is located at the Department of Social Sciences in the School of Engineering Science. And we are a new research group inaugurated in 2023 with Professor Hanne Lessig leading the group. Here you can see the research areas that we are focused on. So, for example, disinformation and ideologically driven communication. And my own research is focused on crisis, organizational studies, and strategy. Before starting at LUT, I worked at Humlock Institute, specialized in humanitarian logistics and supply chain research, Hanken School of Economics, where we studied societal resilience and the role of critical infrastructure for crisis preparedness, civil protection, and the total defense in the new NATO countries, Finland and Sweden, and contributed to the EU-funded project Science and Human Factor for Resilient Society, where we explored how the security of supply is organized within the disaster management and disaster risk reduction frameworks of different EU countries. And my research focused on the Finnish comprehensive security model, the role of citizens in the security of supply, citizens' home preparedness, and how preparedness advice is also communicated to citizens. And the overall objective of this project was to develop a harmonized vision of crisis management awareness and capability, and thus strengthening crisis resilience in the EU. And my following insights are largely based on research conducted within these two projects. So the security strategy for society, the first document here, is describes the concept of comprehensive security, in which the vital functions of society are taken care of in collaboration between the authorities, business community, organizations, and citizens. And comprehensive security is said to form the foundation of resilience in the Finnish society. The objective of the strategy, adopted as a government resolution, is to provide all sectors a common framework for implementing comprehensive security from their own perspectives. So during our research, we also saw that the actors are really committed to implementing it. And the map on the first slide shows why Finland has taken security seriously ever since its independence from Russia in 1917. It shares 1,343-kilometer land border with Russia. So the comprehensive security model was preceded by a total defense model, which emerged in Finland in the 1950s following the Second World War. And then in the early 2000s, there was a shift from the total defense model to a broader concept of security aimed at safeguarding a broad range of vital societal functions against all hazards, resulting then in the adoption of this security strategy. The first security strategy was published in 2003, and the most recent edition is from this year, 2025. So the principle of comprehensive security have been now updated for the 5th time. And the Finnish comprehensive security has recently raised extensive interest internationally as a result of Finland's NATO membership and, of course, the evolving security situation. And currently it serves as a benchmark for strengthening preparedness in Europe. Sauli Niinistö, our former president, acted as a special advisor to the president of the European Commission and prepared a report assessing the complex challenges that the EU and its member states face, and presented recommendations on how to enhance EU civilian military preparedness and readiness for future crises. So this all based on Finland's specialized approach to comprehensive security, which could serve now as a model for the EU's future strategy. Yes, the figure here is an illustration of the concept for comprehensive security, in which the vital functions of society are taken care of in collaboration between authorities, business community, organizations, and citizens in all circumstances and at all levels of society. And as the diamond shape illustrates, the vital functions are essential and are highly independent and interconnected. Moreover, they form the basis of implementing the comprehensive security. So these vital functions are here the leadership, international and EU activities, defense capability, internal security, economy, infrastructure, and security of supply, functional capacity of the population and services, and psychological resilience. And as you can see in the center of the diamond, the important role of individuals and citizens for the security of society is highlighted. And all actors, so the public administration, business community, all participate in safeguarding the vital functions together, and the collaboration extends from the local to the international levels. So here's the concept in brief. So individuals constitute society. Society protects the vital functions, which further strengthen resilience, and then resilience produces security, which the individuals, of course, need. And then the vital functions of society are secured through strategic tasks. The tasks include then managed resources for both preparedness and response. And the topic of this conference being the space, AI, and future of human survivability, I included the slide to show you where the space services are located in the Finnish comprehensive security, indicated by the green arrow here. So within economy, infrastructure, and security of supply. The foundation for comprehensive security is the national risk assessment, which in Finland covers a broad range of risks and assesses their impact for realized risks on the vital functions of society. And the assessment is conducted in broad-based collaboration, and the topics covered include disruptions and crises that develop relatively quickly and require then resilience and preparedness. And of course, their occurrence may cause significant impacts on the lives or health of people and the economy, environment, and society. As mentioned earlier, individuals are given a central role in the security strategy for society. As this figure illustrates, the broad participation of individuals in safeguarding the vital functions of society in different roles increases the impact of comprehensive security. And in Finland, we think that individuals' functional capacity as well as knowledge, skills, and security strengthening attitude form the foundation of society's resilience. Finally, this is a paper from our recent research, and I will present some key insights from it on the next slide. So hence, in conclusion, these are insights from our research based on the core project. So the Finnish approach is based on an all hazards approach where preparedness covers various scenarios and security is approached from a broad basis. So the whole of society approach is based on engagement in multi-stakeholder networks that include the public sector, businesses, civil society, and individuals. And these stakeholders are proactively engaged from the early preparedness stage, which created an interconnected preparedness system. Then in practice, the whole of society approach and shared responsibility entail a sectoral approach to preparedness, with each governmental branch responsible for crisis preparedness in its area. And as the roles and responsibilities are distributed to multiple authorities across administrative sectors and levels, preparedness in Finland can be characterized as polycentric. Moreover, the principles of self-sufficiency and locality mean that responsibilities and roles are the same in normal and exceptional conditions, and that crises are managed at the lowest possible level, typically the municipality. And citizens' home preparedness, so their ability to cope on their own for 72 hours should an emergency occur, forms the basis of preparedness at the grassroots level. And in the private sector, companies engage in voluntary cooperation, which is facilitated by the NESA, National Emergency Supply Agency in Finland. And there's a network of NGOs and voluntary organizations, which are at the heart of a cooperative and networked training system aimed at building the adaptive capacity of the system. Moreover, there are some contextual factors that have shaped the Finnish system, including several interrelated conditions, temporal, historical, political, economic, social, and so on, in which the system has developed and has been influenced by these factors. So one such would be history, which marks the Finnish system of preparedness. As the Finnish nation was formed amidst war times, it has never stopped preparing. And this shared memory in society and the close history of war times have also left, we could say, mark on the mentality of people, which manifests in the form of a mindset, or let's say a Finnish way of life as resilience oriented. And similarly, there seems to be a collective narrative of resilience based on history that everybody learns during school times. And then another contextual factor characterizing the Finnish preparedness system is that Finland is a small nation with a relatively small population of approximately 5.5 million people, with some northern areas sparsely populated. So to survive, cooperation is a must, and it's also relatively easy to know all relevant people in a given sphere, including that of preparedness. Finnish society is also marked by high levels of trust towards authorities, the system, and society at large. And then the cooperation manifests in various kinds of networks and forums where views are exchanged and best practices are shared and co-created also through joint exercises. So in building this adaptive capacity, regular training and exercises that include many actors and aim to increase the system capacity for creative problem solving and also self-organization and cover multiple scenarios and broad skill sets, increase resilience and are crucial. Finally, here are some examples of ongoing work involving the comprehensive security model. Namely, we are exploring with Professor Seek the role of institutional work in the transnational diffusion and national level adaptation of the model. As our former study showed, there are many contextual factors and special characteristics of Finland that mark its success with this model. Hence, we would like to explore the process when it is translated into other contexts. Thank you so much for your attention and for the opportunity to share Finland's approach to comprehensive security. The Finnish comprehensive security model is built on cooperation, and we hope that in the spirit of collaboration, today's exchange can inspire some new ideas and also partnerships across borders. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Aino. Okay. Actually, can you stay 40 minutes from now that we want to discuss about this and also the other issue? Is it okay? Are you online until the 1 hour or 40 minutes?
Yes, I will stay online.
Okay. Yeah.
Somehow the sound is a little bit not very good but maybe if I get help in the chat to hear some of the questions and comments.
Actually, the point is, if you can hear, I don't know how can I, the microphone, microphone. Can you hear us? Can you hear me? Microphone. Is it okay? Or should I text you?
Now I hear okay. Yeah, now I hear okay.
Okay. So I'm trying to focus on. Let's focusing on this comprehensive security model for like 10 to 20 minutes. I'd like to highlight some of the slides you're showing. It's a community structure, right? So can you go back to the slide, like there is a security level, the local and also the leadership of something. So this is a very interesting for structure. Yeah, from here, or can you go back one more? All actors, so the second one. The all actors and vital, that is a very important thing. because there is psychological resilience and also the leadership and international security and defense capacity. And this is very nice diagram. Have you developed this diagram by yourself? It is and in your group, and also there is a different layer. So which means the comprehensive security model, you have like actors, and also the each actor, you have a different level. So it's a multilateral, multi-sectoral, and also the multi-layered model, right? So each actor have a different role. That are you talking about? Can you hear me? Are you? Hi.
Yes, actually, the sound is not very good. You
Oh,
can hear
so
me
that's
well,
not
is
good.
it?
Yeah. Is it multi-dimensional? So each for the
Yes,
leadership, you have a local leadership, a national leadership, and also the international level leadership. So you are saying in the different level, right?
indeed, yes.
Yeah, that is
Multi-level and multi-sectoral, and
okay.
also polycentric.
I see. And how can you evaluate the number, for example, defense capacity, and do you have each individual items and there is a way to calculate, right? And also the leadership also, you can have an index to calculate the leadership. Is it what you're trying to say, right?
Yes, so indeed, all the actors participate at different levels. So, for instance, the national risk assessment, which I also mentioned, is then implemented and actually realized also at the regional and also at the local level. So it starts from the national level, goes to the regional and the local level, and then eventually even to the citizens, which are expected to have this kind of home preparedness for 72 hours. And ideally, or in an ideal world, also the citizens would have their individual risk assessment in a way that they know in their homes which risks they are most relevant for them, and they would be prepared somehow to cope for 72 hours on their own without help from the authorities in the case of emergency.
I see. Okay, can you show the next picture, next slide again, if possible?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is also very interesting. There is the individual and society and also the vital function and resilience and security. That is a very clear concept because it's very similar to our work with disaster resilience, but some portion is different because the security issue is a more higher level, right? So that your conceptual map looks very clear, right? And do you think this five individual society and virtual function resilience security is linked with each player, each actor, right? And in the different phase.
Sorry, I didn't hear
Sorry.
properly.
No. This diagrams look very nice, and it is related to each actors how to work, right? And then so the final goal is identifying the security like this.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So my question is probably this looks very similar to other models, but also looking for very important and difficult part. Probably the security and also the society issue will have a special mechanism, maybe, which I don't know, I don't understand completely, but I heard a security model, it looks completely different, but it looks similar to our way of thinking. That is our impression. fast. Thank you. And I'd like to raise some question about this modeling for the panelists. If the two of the speakers, if you have some comment to him or her, what do you think? If you have some comment, please.
Hello, Dr. Virgilio. This is Nori Morimoto from IBM. Do you hear me?
Yes, hello.
Oh, hi. Thank you for the interesting presentation. I'm actually interested in this slide, different angles. The trigger and it seems like the initiate came from the individuals. And my question is that do you feel that the general public individual in your country has shared a similar level of sense of urgency, sense of necessity? Because I'm sure that in order to secure and strengthen the resiliency, there is some associated societal cost that to make things inconvenient or your tax will be raised. Does all the people kind of agree and participate in this in the sense of collaboration, or is that still the difference between the individuals?
Yes, I think this is also a special characteristic of the Finnish society, that there's a very, let's say, high level of consensus and agreement and support for this somehow model or the shared security concept. So somehow majority of the people are somehow happy to have that kind of model, are happy to contribute, somehow see their role in contributing to the security, and are willing to defend the country. So, for instance, there's a high level of willingness to defend the country. We have the conscription system in Finland also, and so it is in this. Maybe I can also show the last slide that this kind of contextual characteristics that somehow mark the Finnish society. So there's a culture of trust and somehow a mindset that somehow has developed in the course of history. Maybe also partly due to the closeness of the war, that somehow people still remember that, and perhaps for that reason also have this kind of shared responsibility to participate and do their duty as a citizen.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. How about the discussion? Do you have any questions? No? So,
This is Makoto Yoshikawa from JAXA. Thank you for your nice talk. I'm not so familiar with the security discussion, but could you go back to the previous slide? Yes, this one. So I just can't understand what is the vital function.
Yes, so the vital functions are these here, which are illustrated here in the form of this so-called diamonds. So they are the functions that are essential for the functioning of the society. So in Finland, we've named them as leadership, international and EU activities, defense capability, internal security, economy, infrastructure, security of supply, and then functional capacity of the population and services, and psychological resilience. So the functions without which somehow we would not cope. So in preparedness and resilience, we are trying to ensure that society keeps functioning by ensuring the continuity of all these functions. And then this other slide here, which I agree that it's a bit much text, but which somehow I put just to give you an idea of which are then the strategic tasks within these vital functions. So this would be a further illustration of the strategic tasks that are there to ensure the vital functions of society are secured.
Great. Thank you very much. And I would like to raise a question among the audience if you are interested in and commenting about this. Right? So, how about Kiana-san? You are working with the community, right? So, don't you have any question or comment about this? Can you make it? Or do you want to? No? I think you are the one who is working with that. But any person who is having any comment, right? So about this international security model, right? So because the thing is, it is very difficult to quantify or identify what is the security and the national risk among all other factors. And this model is very famous, and I know that it is really in the operation, right, in your country. And that is what we are having a big impression. Right? So any person who can comment anything from audience, no? Can somebody will run how about the individual? You don't have any or like 小説もう一つ。はい、お願いします。
Okay. So this is Noli again. I have another question. So other than the military threat, what do you think is the biggest threat to the Finnish society? For example, what I mean is the economical threat, there's another, and cyber attack, or the destroying the culture, and even some kind of the systematic data theft. So I think that there are many different type of the threat to the country. And what do you feel the biggest threat other than the military threat?
Good question. Yes, well, maybe as my background of a social scientist, in a way, I see the kind of threat to, let's say, democratic structures, and let's say the stability of the society, maybe the biggest threat. Because in a way, we can say that so far the success of the Finnish model has been the high degree of trust, and that way also this kind of collective spirit and also obedience, let's say, of people in following, for instance, the guidelines of authorities in different crisis situations. So if that kind of trust would be shaken, say disinformation and all the rest, I see that the society would start to get polarized, or the welfare would no longer be equally distributed, that there would start to be larger gaps among different citizen groups. I think I see that as the biggest threat. For instance, the Finnish media is the most, let's say, free and trusted, and people really trust and have also high level of media literacy. So if all that would start to get shaken, that I think is the biggest threat.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, it's we envy them. Japanese media is not as trusted as yours.
Yeah.
Mm.
So to keep the very high level of the security, your society integrated the human and the social scientists and also the real physical scientists and also the different community and the policymaker, so into one system, and that we cannot find in our world, our country yet. So we are very thank you for your very nice introduction of the security model. Again, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so now